In this video, we're going to be going over how to make different variants for the Master Chief AI model. I'm going to make a separate video on how to make the Master Chief as an AI. That's going to be a whole separate thing because there's a lot involved in that. But this time, we're just going to look at making different variants of those guys. Starting in Gorilla, we have the biped, we have the character itself, and then the model. These are all three of the things that we're going to need in order to make the variant, because if we don't have all of them, then it's not really going to look the way it should. So starting up here, the default model, you're going to want to just hit the duplicate button rather than trying to add one, because if you add one, variant index goes to 0 and you can't really change that. And because it's at 0, it's not going to actually count when you try doing it. So you duplicate it, and then you would rename it as whatever you want. So we'll name this one. We'll name this one Griff. We'll do Griff, and then double check to make sure that's right in there. Over here, we're gonna. Do we have a Griff? We do not. So we're gonna duplicate, and we're gonna just rename this one Griff. And this stuff doesn't really matter unless you plan on having them have a specific helmet. Otherwise, they'll just go straight to Legacy. But if you want a separate helmet, what I do is I find out which one it is. You would copy the name. You would delete all. You would add a new one, and then you would do that way. So, for example, well, we'll do it later. So over here in the biped, you want to go down to the colors. So primary colors, variant names. These are all the different variants. So Carolina, Washington, so on and so forth. So since we're doing Griff, we're going to do this. We're going to name it Griff. It's very important you do this, the weight, because otherwise it will not actually work. It won't actually show their color. So we're going to go with an orange, if I can even get a decent orange. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so then we're going to do that, and then we're going to make another one. Griff. Oops. Griff. Change these colors as well. And then make one last one for them. Okay, and so save that. Save that in the model. And then let's make sure this is saved. And then let's get into the next part. So for this one, we're going to change the number of people who spawn in. We're going to add another spawn point, and we're going to name this one Griff. And we're going to also rename the top one for Griff. Granted, this character's not really going to be in this part, but, and then we can honestly just erase the squads. Okay, or it won't work the way I'm hoping. So he still looks kind of messed up, and that's because the the middle color we didn't actually. Let's do this again. So we didn't actually add the weight to these colors. That's why it's messing up so bad. Now if we add the weight and we do we did not save. Do the weight, save, and do a map reset. And then we should find out that Griff looks normal now. Yep, there he is. And that's how to make a different variant. Hopefully this helped you guys, as it kind of took me a minute to actually figure out. That should be all for this video, and see you in the next one.